That's the great thing about sports. You play to win.
Who's about to bring it home?
Practice, man.
Playoffs? You kidding
What
me?
are we talking about? Practice?
Playoffs?
Or practice?
Y'all gonna be ready to play. This is all sport. When it's all damn buzzing, I'm gonna bust some fucking bust some more.
Come after me. I'm a man. I'm 40.
I think this is the perfect scenario and the gateway for change in the National Football League. Think about it. Draft picks don't always pan out. In fact, most of them falter. You play to win the game, no matter how unorthodox, if the game plan works. Denver made the playoffs after a 1-4 start to the season. Teams generally don't find that success, let alone the story that continues to unfold. Tim Tebow led the Broncos at the helm, a big part of why the team had the best ranked running game. What we witnessed was nothing different than the Alabama-LSU National Championship. The Crimson Tide and the Tigers are the top two powerhouse teams in the nation. Look how they won football games. Put the spotlight back on the two games between Alabama and LSU. Low scoring defensive battles dependent on field position and field goals. With the NFL draft around the corner, LSU quarterbacks Jarrett Lee and Jordan Jeffries are not projected to be drafted. Reflecting back on when Trent Dilfer won the Super Bowl with the Ravens, or Rex Grossman getting there with the Bears, they were viewed as liabilities, and deservedly so. But now that social media has flooded into the sports world, a Christian guy gets ridiculed for what he believes and his raw football skills. Maybe, just maybe, some people just want a winner. The fans in Denver expressed their firm beliefs in favor of a backup quarterback, which many have done in the past. It's nothing new. But realize this guy was selected in the first round and the team was in the cellar. Last season, Tebow proved his worth by turning the franchise around. The debate will never end, but you can't deny his positive impact on his teammates. Fundamentals are essential, which is why he completed a low percentage of his passes. But the point is to win and to play the players that give you the best chance to win. People have strengths and weaknesses. We are flawed. As with most young players, it takes time to develop and mature. No, Vice President John Elway did not mishandle the situation, nor did head coach John Fox. Whether you believed a word they said throughout the year, looking back, they were consistent, therefore truthful. They never disrespected Tebow, and in a world consisting of over 19,000 starting quarterbacks, they signed one of the 5 elite signal callers. Perhaps the biggest free agent acquisition ever. So now, he literally moves on to greener pastures to the New York Jets in a green and white uniform. He enters the offseason as the backup quarterback to Mark Sanchez. He just signed a 3-year extension, but he also goes to a team from the top down that wants him. His new head coach Rex Ryan likes him, and there's a lot to look forward to. Sanchez finally gets competition to improve and produce. You have a viable backup that can fill in, whether it's due to injury or benching. The team that lacked a leader last season now has one vocally and by example. He brings leadership, heart, and inspiration. I think Tebow would embrace a slash role, courtesy of the retired Cordell Stewart. He can line up at quarterback, running back, fullback, receiver, and tight end. You can move this guy around and use him as a decoy, especially since the Jets are an old school team. They run the football, play defense, depend on field position and field goals. Sound familiar? This is where the revolutionary part kicks in. The Jets don't have Peyton Manning or Tom Brady. They don't even have a Matt Schaub or Tony Romo. Between Mark Sanchez and Tim Tebow, you have a quarterback position filled with proven winners. Despite their flaws, they rose to the occasion and got the job done. Sanchez went to 2 AFC title games, while Tebow went 7-4 with a playoff victory. And these guys won in college. So, since a great quarterback is rare and there's not enough to go around for every team, well, what does college do? It's only a matter of time till NFL teams turn to the 2-quarterback system. Put your team in the best position to succeed with unpredictability and keeping the defense off balance. You can ride the hot hand that keeps the offense moving. You have a top defense and one of the better special teams, a very good offensive line with versatile passing targets, and you're known for using the backs to pound the football all game long. I'm curious to see what the Jets do to conclude free agency, and then what they choose to do in the draft. But I tend to see the brighter side of a situation with a solution, even if it's unique. The NFL is a copycat league, but more than teams reflecting each other, the pro level integrates college strategies. Using the most recent example, LSU is thriving and so can the Jets. And if they were to install the 2-quarterback system of Mark Sanchez and Tim Tebow, you might have a winner. And more teams might hit on more draft picks. I guess you never really know. I'm out.
Because at the end of the day, I'm going to continue to live the way I want to live and continue to do the things that I want to do.